live action, and 130 pounds will be our next championship match. And
ladies and gentlemen, wrestling for the championship at 130 pounds, representing
We've had 4 years, this being the 5th of this tournament. We're going to have to add a segment as where are the champions today. I know that we've had quite a few kids that came out of this tournament that have done great nationally in college.
now you're looking in the black singlet at John Frent from New Jersey, one of our finalists at 130, and his opponent right there with the first takedown, David Maldonado from Indiana. Maldonado with the first takedown and a 2-0 lead. Maldonado cut from 140 pounds to the 138-pound weight class. He's from East Chicago Central High School in Indiana, was the Indiana state runner-up this year and was the state champion his junior year, and 7th in the state as a sophomore. John Frent was the New Jersey state runner-up this year at 135 pounds. And the first wrestler from Ocean Township High School in Oakhurst, New Jersey, to reach a New Jersey state final. So both these wrestlers with very singular achievements.
Frent came to the finals via the hard way. Couple 1-2 point bouts, looked like a couple very close bouts to get here. Maldonado, on the other hand, I think he had both roller skates going and came into these finals pretty high.
2 pins and 3 major decisions for David Maldonado of Indiana. John Frent has won his last 3 matches by a grand total of 7 points and had a takedown in the last second in an 8-7 win over Brian Aparo of New York in the semifinals. So both these guys know how to win, even though they both do it a little bit differently.
Maldonado had a beautiful high crutch shot, picked it up. Frent just stepped over and refaced him.
10.3 seconds left in the first period as they come back to the center for a fresh start. 2-1 in favor of David Maldonado of Indiana. And that'll do it for the first period. Maldonado's coach at Indiana is Bill Kelly, a former national champion at Iowa State who led the Cyclones to the NCAA team title in 1987. This is Bill Kelly's first year at East Chicago High School, and he has made some great strides with that program. I don't think David Maldonado is the last wrestler he's going to bring to these national high school championships, as John Frent gets the escape and we're tied 2-2.
Great knee tap, oh my God.
Nice dump right to the back by Bill Maldonado, David Maldonado of East Chicago, Indiana. 2-2, takedown and back points, and a 6-2 lead now. He's broken it wide open all of a sudden.
I've seen some knee taps before, Rob, but I've never seen one run over like that one. That was nice.
And now John Frent decides he's had enough of the headgear. He'll go the rest of this match au naturel. 1:19 left to go in the second period. David Maldonado of Indiana with the 6-2 lead, and John Frent trying to put the guns in the holsters, as now we see a stall warning against David Maldonado on top.
That's pretty cut and dry. You have 5 seconds to attempt to take him to the mat. And the official, Tom Corey, felt there was no attempt being made and hit him with a stall.
And Maldonado decided, well, we've had the advantage on the feet so far. Let's go back to that. Gives up the escape, and it's 6-3. A minute left to go in the second period. We're in the 130-pound final of the National High School Wrestling Championships, the 5th annual such event. Rob Sherrill with Ed Ferraro and Bob Gaines. And they go off the edge of the mat. 45 seconds left in the second period. Both these wrestlers pretty good students as well. David Maldonado of Indiana, a 3.14 grade point average, and right behind for the takedown and an 8-3 lead. John Frent of New Jersey with a 3.0 grade point average and a 12.20 on the SAT. So both these guys know what they're doing in the classroom too.
Maldonado wrestling out of a large book. I mean, he's had about 5 different takedowns he's using. He's changing levels well. He's so crisp on his shots. Tough kid.
Had the underhook looking for the ankle pick, couldn't quite finish that. Closing seconds of the second period. And we finished 2 periods here in the 130-pound final. 8-4 the score in favor of Bill Maldonado of Indiana. And he'll go to the bottom for the third period. Stand up by Maldonado. Now trying to push away, looking for the escape. Frent still hanging on to the leg.
Frent's just going to try to get a stalemate out of this. Maldonado's pretty tough here.
Maldonado beat him off the whistle then that time. Now trying to break the hand, and a stalemate. And a stall warning against John Frent. They'll bring it back to the center as you see that overhead shot. And now you look at Bill Maldonado. Frent with the legs in.
Oh boy.
And the power half. Stopping the action. And we'll have a little bit of injury time here for Bill Maldonado. First injury time, really, of this final round.
Every wrestler is assured of the very best medical treatment at the National High School Wrestling Championship. We are deeply indebted for his services over the past 5 years to our...
There you get a good look at John Frent from New Jersey. Taking a break as Bill Maldonado takes his injury time, and now he says he's ready to go.
I'm sure Frent's going to come back in here with that strategy that, yes, I got the leg in. Yes, I did start cranking him. So he's got 1 minute and 20 to get back to where he left off. And he's kind of anxious to get there.
Caution against Frent for the false start. And they'll do it again. And again, Frent throws the legs in. Flattens out Maldonado, and he's now going to look for the power half again. And a stall warning against Maldonado, and a point.
He's starting to pull them elbows out. He's going to work here.
Less than a minute left to go. Now 50 seconds. 8-5 is the lead for Bill Maldonado, but John Frent working hard on top, and another penalty for stalling against Maldonado. It's 8-6. Now Maldonado working up to his base, working up and trying to get a reversal, and he has the standing reversal. Inside of 30 seconds to go, 25 seconds. 10-6 with the reversal for David Maldonado. And now a little bit of injury time for John Frent.
The tournament has been computerized. The young man responsible for arranging all the bouts and the results with his trusty little computer.
New Jersey, one of the states that put a state team concept together for this tournament. You can see the New Jersey singlet that John Frent is wearing. And it looks like maybe he's got a little bit of a cramp too, or maybe something with the ankle there, or the calf.
No, those matches seem to be going all Maldonado. I'll take a room full of John Frentz any day.
He's had an outstanding season. He was 33-2 this year on his way to a second place finish in New Jersey. 95-17 for his career. David Maldonado was 45-1 this season and 129-14 his career record as Frent gets the escape, and it's 10-7. An unsportsmanlike conduct call now against John Frent for looked like a poke in the eye, and it's 11-7. Now he's trying to spin around for the takedown and gets it, but less than 10 seconds left, and it doesn't look like he'll have enough time.
4, 3, 2,
11-9 is the final score for David Maldonado of Indiana, the national high school champion at 130 pounds.
That turned out to be a war in the third period. I think Tom Corey gets about 4 or 5 points out of that match, doesn't he?
Well, in a minute, Bob Gaines will be talking to our 130-pound champion, David Maldonado. Certainly an action-filled third period. It looked like Maldonado really was in command there. Nice recovery by John Frent. Some tough work on top to get back in the match, but little too late as David Maldonado wins by an 11-9 score. Here's Bob Gaines with David Maldonado.
With David Maldonado, the 130-pound national champion. David, how's it feel?
Feels pretty good. I mean, I don't know. There's not much I can say. You know, I won a state in my junior year and then lost my senior year, and I was kind of hoping on this championship to bring me back.
You sort of cruised through the brackets, but tonight was really tough.
Yeah, he's a good wrestler. He's tough. He was strong. You know, he gave me a couple head bumps at the end. Kind of made me kind of mad, but you know, I guess it goes with the territory.
But you feel pretty good right now.
Yeah, I feel pretty good.
Congratulations, David.
David Maldonado, the 130-pound champion,